Working in Ghana's event and digital scene is a whole different ballgame than what you're used to in the West. I can tell you that because since 2020, I've been in Ghana and right away I dove in. I enjoyed. It was October 25th that I came here for the first time. It was election time at that time, so it was wild. Like my whole experience was like, whoa, overwhelming. Why it was so overwhelming for me? Because I came from this small island, Curacao, which I had lived for 2 years, and there was also pandemic. So there was lockdown and all those things, and here I am, I'm originally from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, but suddenly I was on this secluded island, basically, which, cut off from everyone because I was an expat there, no family or nothing. I just had my company Jungo there, my marketing agency. Then there was lockdown, and here I am being in Ghana in this like bustling environment, so it was quite a difference, and I had to adjust to that. But right away, I think a month in already, I came first with my singing career because in the pandemic, I was like, why not just really focus on my singing career right now? I had been recording some things when I had lived in LA, and then, I came to Ghana, I performed at the YFM Awards, which was a smaller version because of the pandemic, but still, I hit the ground running. Let me just say it like that. But it didn't just happen. The same networking skills that I have been using, whether it's in the Netherlands, whether it's in the US, whether it was whatever country I went to, that same thing I was using in Ghana. So when you come here, there's a lot of people who are willing to help, but you still have to use discernment. You still have to know, okay, this person, what is their track record? What have they achieved? What have they done? And the thing is, Ghanaian culture is not like, oh, you just ask everyone, what do you do? Like, what do you do for a living? That's very American. Even in the Netherlands, we don't do that right away, But in America, especially in LA where I was, like, what do you do for a living? No, here you don't do that. But you just observe. You can, of course, eventually ask that. But that's why it's so important to have like a network already before you come to Ghana, because everything happens in communities. Like everything is community oriented. Don't think you just come here and then I will conquer everything on my own and do everything by myself. It's not the West. It doesn't work like that. Ghana exists in like the people make the community. The people are the structure. The people are the system. Back in the US or in the Netherlands or in the West, in Europe, the system is the system. Like the structure, everything is structured so that even if you're alone, you can survive basically. Here it doesn't work like that. No matter what level you operate on, doesn't matter. You always need to have community. You always need to have people that help you. So that's number one. So my experience working here in the event space started with the Amapiano Festival 2021. So in between, I performed here and there with my singing. Then I got to work on a TV format for a channel. The channel doesn't exist anymore, by the way, which taught me a lot about how, Ghanaian culture is, how the different cultures within the Ghanaian culture, because Ghana exists of many tribes, many different types of languages, but to learn, to have the patience, to understand that there's a different time consciousness here. It's just a different time consciousness. You don't have to judge it. You don't have to be like, oh, you're not on time. You're not, I said I would be here by 9 and the person is not here by 9, so the person doesn't respect me. That is a Western mindset. Western mindset is time equals respect. Here, other things equal respect. Like really asking how someone's doing. Like, it's saying, like really starting the conversation on a personal level first. And also not like when something happens that you don't understand, that you would flip out or be having like this defensive reaction, which you would need in the West, because if you're not like bossed up, people will walk all over you. But here is different. You need to be calm and observe the situation. That is respect. So respect is in another way. So that is really important when you're working here in the event space or the digital space, wherever you're going to work on. So I was working did this TV format. It didn't work out. in a way that, like, I still have the format though, I can still do it. Maybe I'll pull a Mr. Beast vibes and then also just do it on YouTube or something. Let me know in the comments below if you would want that. And by the way, subscribe if you haven't already, so that you can see more of these updates and videos that I make about, living in Ghana and just Africa, and also just entrepreneurship in different continents. Because I'll touch a lot on that. But anyway, that TV format. Then later I went to work on this app. It was an influencer marketing app. I was the marketing director. I was the also like the voice or the face of it, and helping to set it up, get influencers of Ghana in from Twitter, from TikTok, Instagram. At that time TikTok was pretty new, so to get that network in, and I also learned a lot there. What I've learned, the challenges mostly were like, there is also a lot of ego involved in the workplace, like hierarchy. How do you say it? Hierarchy. Anyway, so, and I'm like, in the Netherlands, you're really raised like to always speak your mind, right? You always speak your mind, especially in the workplace. So being there and then speaking my mind and saying, hey, I don't think this will work if we do it that way. We can also do it that way. And then they say, yeah. And then they still do it the other way, which I already am seeing it won't work. But you still have to just go with the flow, because it's all about consensus and everyone needing to agree and that. So pay attention if you're working on an app or you're working on a digital, because this was an app that we had, and you're working on a digital product, or you're working on whatever, an event, anything, multiple people will have input, and there's one person that is like the main person that will give a go. Another thing that I've experienced is that people don't really plan ahead. Like I'm really much of a planner. I've worked in the event space in the Netherlands, in Europe, for an event company, a Finnish from Finland. They are very strict and structured, and I have learned to do that because we were organizing events for C-level decision makers in multinational companies like Microsoft or Accenture and all those like big ass companies, Philips, Cisco. So for me, knowing that when you work with delegates at that level and you organize an event, you have to be so tight in your scheduling. You have to have multiple points of communication, all those things. Well, throw them out of the window. In Ghana, it's different. You still have to have those things though. You still need multiple points of contact with people, but people will more be like last moment. Oh yeah, tomorrow this event is there. Oh yeah, I'm booked for this event next week. Maybe in the corporate world, I haven't done a lot of corporate events here yet, to be honest. In the corporate world, it can be a bit different, but it's less than what we're used to. So that is one of the things. I also experienced that people, you really have to build a relationship with people. Don't just only dive into the content of what you're discussing. The West is, we skip the whole thing, you dive into the content of what we're going to do right now. Don't do that. Just be in like, okay, how are you doing? How's your family? How's everyone at home? Like, how is the mental, physical, emotional state of the person you're dealing with? That comes first, which is actually very refreshing and very good and very lovely actually. It makes the humanity, like it makes everyone human. It's humanity. It's not like you're a number or you're just an employee in a company. No, you're a person. You matter. So that is the beautiful thing of being here in Ghana, working in Ghana, working with people, and at the same time it has its, I won't call it a negative side, I just would call it's different. It comes with a different side of the coin. Just like in the West, everything is very structured, very organized. You do everything online. You go to do your government things online. In Netherlands we have DigiD, like you do that. But here it's different. But there's also another side. There's more humanity. If you know someone who can arrange something for you, that is maybe not easy to arrange, but you know the right person, it will be done so quickly. There are different, sides to everything. To go ahead, I also, what I said, organized a big event, the Amapiano Festival Ghana. This was in 2021. We went with a group to South Africa. We did a whole PR tour and a media tour. And with that same group, we came back to Ghana, and also we brought in a lot of artists. It was a very interesting experience. Twins Don't Beg, the famous photographers, I met them, going on that trip. So I know them for a while. And Camilo, for example, was on that trip. That was the first time he performed his song, I wanna be with you, but you're not getting enough time for me. It was the first time he performed it, and I arranged that he could do that. And it was Amapiano time. It's still Amapiano time in South Africa, but you know what I mean. So it was a whole different sound, and everyone was vibing to it. So I had the honor to experience that, and then later, that song blew up. So it was nice to be at the core of some of those things, which maybe when you're back home you won't have the access to. If you network well here in this country, you can really get in this city, I should say, Accra, because I don't know much else about the rest of Ghana. I'm just talking about Accra right now because there's a difference there, different cultures in different regions. So, but about Accra, I call it the LA of West Africa. I just call it the LA of West Africa, honestly. Even the way the country is set up, the city is set up. When you land at Kotoka International Airport, you see, all the lights. If you land in the evening, you see all those lights. It's just so many lights, so beautiful. And then, you land. If you land or you take off by day, you will see the mountains first, the Abri Mountains. You will see that whole, the hills, the hills vibe of the Hollywood Hills vibes. And then you have the city. So for me, that was it's really, people always ask me, oh, you lived in LA, and now you live in Accra, Ghana. Yeah. This is paradise because it's our people. You know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful, and a lot of, because of the year of the return, which was in 2019, right, which was a effort of Ghana, the Ghana Tourism Office, and the presidency at that time to also get the diaspora back to Africa to help build the whole continent basically, and then Ghana as a gateway. It really makes that a lot of people come here, a lot of people who have achieved amazing things, who have Ghanaian backgrounds, or also people who don't have Ghanaian backgrounds. I have kind of a Ghanaian background because it's from my great-great-grandmother, and then I'm Surinamese, South America, but our bloodline runs from Ghana, So the thing is that you have a lot of opportunities here, but you have to network. You have to still apply the same principles, but with a twist, with a new sauce based on the culture here. The only thing I can say, if you come to Ghana and you're ready to start a business, because really this is a place for entrepreneurs. If you want to go work for someone, you can, but expect very not a lot of pay, way less than you're used to, and the cost of living here is high. It's really just as high as in the West, honestly, higher than in a lot of places in America if you want to have certain amenities and a nice apartment. Yeah, so don't underestimate that. Come with your entrepreneurial spirit. I'm talking to the entrepreneurs here. Come with your entrepreneurial spirit. Come with your resilience, because you will need that here also. It's not here easier. No. The only thing that is easier here, health-wise, I'm just gonna say for myself, is I'm eating my mango, I'm eating my soursop, I'm eating my yam, I'm eating my plantain, and it feeds me, it gives me energy. There is sun, there is, it's not too hot here, because the Caribbean is hot. I'm telling you, Curacao, it was hot, I was sweating. I couldn't make a video like this without an AC on. I don't have AC on right now. It's 24 degrees right now. It's almost 12. It's nice. We're now in this July, August period that I record this. In December and stuff, it's hotter. It has different, but the thing is, the temperature is nice. So that fuels me, gives me energy, gives me the extra zeal to do the things that I need to do. So that helps, even though other things may be slower. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one.